Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to KVRising.com. As the game is about to start for the regional, Kellyville versus Morris.
Welcome back to the second game of this afternoon's session between the Morris Eagles and the Kellyville Ponies. Introducing the starting lineup, beginning first with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Morris Eagles.
And there you have it, the Eagles. The Morris Eagles are going to be the visitors in today's game against the Ponies. We've had two previous matchups. Both games were very close. The last game went into overtime, but Morris walked away with the win, 65-58. They also beat us earlier in the season by 5. These two teams are a close matchup. Morris is number 17 with a 12-11 record, and Kellyville is number 20 with a 12-10 record in Class 3A. So very evenly matched team. And here we go, the starting lineup for your Ponies. And there you go. The starting lineup for your Kellyville Ponies. Again, like I said, these two teams are pretty well evenly matched. Like what you want to see in a playoff game or regional is you don't want to come in here and watch a blowout. You want to see a nice, clean, close game, and I think that's what we'll get today. Kellyville's keys of the game are, for me anyway, are rebounds and being patient and getting the right shot on goal. So here we go. Evan Wiggs to tip and Sherry for the Eagles. And Kellyville with the tip. And Hicks to drive, and Hicks for 2. Nice drive inside by Hicks. It's like Kellyville in a 3-2 defensive zone. Ow. A little bit of a walk there, and there's a drive inside, and it's going to be Kellyville ball. It's knocked out by Morris. Couldn't tell who got the hand on that, but they're changing the call. They're saying the ref underneath is saying that the ball was tipped out by Kellyville, so it's going to be Morris ball. And there's a 3 on the outside, and that's by Poindexter.
Now, from what I remember from the last two matchups, Poindexter always had a good shot. He always had a good follow-through, always ready to take that shot. So if Kellyville wants to win this game, they really need to shut Poindexter down.
Yeah, and I mean, without knowing for sure, I want to say that it was just that, three-pointers, uncontested. That was a very well shielded by Morris. He was able to get to the outside uncontested.
Good drive by Ayers, but it gets blocked. The ref calls a jump ball, get a little tie-up in there.
Yeah, Sherry came from behind. He didn't get into Ayers at all. He just came from behind, reached up, and
got a hold of it.
Got a hold of the ball, so called jump ball. Morris with the possession arrow, so they're going to get that. And there's another outside shot by Poindexter, and uncontested again. We got to, Kellyville's got to make sure and get on him. The first one there was a good screen by Morris to allow him to get out there and contest it. That one there, he just not sure what happened to his defender, but there's a three by Thomas for three on the outside to answer. So we got a timeout called by Kellyville early here, 5:42 in the first quarter, and your score is 6-5. Morris with the 1-point lead. Last Saturday, Kellyville played Cassia Hall in districts, and they had a fantastic first quarter, and then they just imploded on themselves the second, third, and fourth quarters. There's going to be a kicked ball by Hicks as he puts a leg out to stop that pass from Warner. So good defense there to disrupt the play. And there's a three by number 2, that's Jones. So Morris starting off with nothing but threes. Here comes Hicks, and there's a three by Ayers, and it's going to be rebounded by Morris. Fast break, and they got a guy down for 2. And that was Jones. So quickly they jump out to a 6-point lead. .440 left to go here. And there's inside. That's a good inside play right there to Wiggs underneath for 2. I like to see that inside. Playing inside in the paint there. I like to see that. Poindexter drives, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Kellyville, so it's a nice defensive stop there by Kellyville. So 4:08 left here in the first. Morris leads it 11-7. Here comes Hicks. He loses the handle for a moment, but gets it back. And there's Thomas on the outside. And Wiggs with a nice rebound. Wiggs with another rebound, puts it back up. Wiggs with 2 rebounds, puts it back up, and not able to get it to fall. And then they're gonna get him for a foul on that third attempt to rebound. That's gonna be his first foul of the game, actually, for either team.
So Kellyville gonna press.
There we go. There's a turnover there.
Good job, good play by Mosby there to get behind him and then make him stop. And
just gave him a little pressure, and Sherry lost the handle for a moment, and then you ended up grabbing it with both hands and took an extra step there. So nice defense by Kellyville to force the turnover. So far, I like what I'm seeing by Kellyville. They're working the ball inside. There's a nice drive by Wiggs. And they're causing turnovers on defense. Just got to protect that outside shot a little better. There's a floater by Poindexter, and that's good for 2. Mosby. There's a, oh. Miles in the game. He almost had that rebound. And I think they're going to get him on the foul underneath as he hustles down the court, and they do. They're going to get Miles first. So that's going to send Warren to the line shooting 2. And the first one's off the mark, so ends up being a good foul. Saved at least 1 point so far. Wiggs and Miles trade sides. Get ready for the rebound here. 13-9, 2:43 left in the first quarter. And here's Warren with his second attempt, and it's good. Oh, their ball is loose there. And they're going to get a foul on Crabtree. That's his first. 2:15 left, 14-9, 5-point ball game. Warren looking back at the coach. Coming up with the play here. Yeah, nice play by Hicks, who takes the charge and underneath in the paint, and that's going to go against McBride. This will be his first. Kellyville with 3 team fouls, Morse with just 1. So not doing bad on foul count with 1:45 left here in the first quarter. The ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to Morse to maintain possession. And Ayers back in for Miles. And McBride underneath for 2. Oh, 1:16 left, 16-9. And there's Hicks on the outside for a jumper for 2. And less than a minute left, and Morris with the ball. I don't know if they're going to hold it for a last second shot, but no, they get it. They find a guy underneath. Kelly gets away from his defender for an easy 2. Right at 20 seconds left. Kellyville looking for the last shot here for the quarter. And there's a floater by There's Ayers on the outside for three, and that's good. That ball was knocked loose. Wiggs momentarily, I don't know if you could actually give him credit for a rebound or not, but he momentarily had control and lost it, and it bounced out right straight to Crabtree. Crabtree over to Ayers. Ayers for three on the outside. So that's the first quarter. Your 4-point ball game, 18-14. Morse with the lead. You got Hicks with 4, Thomas with 3, Wiggs with 4, and Ayers with 3. So not a bad first quarter from Kellyville. There were some things that I did like in that quarter. We're moving the ball on the inside, a couple of three-point shots, but we're still driving, moving the ball on the inside. To cash the Hall game, it was we had nothing but an outside game, and we couldn't move the ball inside, and I think that was our demise. We were on in that first quarter with three-pointers, but after that we couldn't find the net.
I think this game the key is to defensive stops.
Yes, and we're mixing up our shots, but yeah, getting the stops and then capitalizing. And there's a three on the outside by Kelly to start the quarter for Morris. Yeah, we got to get those stops, and then we got to go down and take advantage of those stops and put points on the board. And a three by Ayers. Rebound by Wiggs. Another three by Ayers. Rebound by Crabtree. And Hicks for three, but we don't get this one. So rebound by Crabtree and Wiggs on those plays. But unfortunately, we don't walk away with any points. So we need to stop right here. We had good looks on goal that round. We just couldn't get it to fall. And there's a deep three. Rebound by Ayers. That was a deep three by Kelly. And there's a drive by Crabtree for two. There's a ball knocked loose by Hicks. Wiggs grabs it. Wiggs up, goes up, shoots, and it's off the front of the rim. And Sherry with Morris rebounds the ball, and there's a ball underneath to McBride, and an easy two for him. So 23-16. Morris take that or Kellyville? Morris took the timeout, so 5:50 to go here in the second period, 23-16. Morris calls the timeout. So here we go. Back underway. Kellyville with the ball. Hicks waiting for offensive setup here. Ayers going to pull it back out and set something else up. And there's a floater by Hicks. And then a steal by Hicks and gets it back into Crabtree for 2. And I didn't see that call there, Jacob. What?
They called on Hicks, so I'm assuming it was either a push or a reach. Because I know he was up in that Morris player's face.
Well, 23-18, 4:50 left here in the second period. Poindexter in the corner for 3, and that's good. We got to play them tighter on the 3-pointers. That's 4 3-pointers for Morris so far in the game. And there's Wiggs for 2, and that was a nice hustle by Wiggs. I don't know if that was if Hicks was trying to get the ball into him or if he was.
I think he got blocked.
He was a fadeaway. I think it was a fadeaway shot that got slightly blocked. Wiggs was able to tip it around a couple of times to get control of it, and then drive back in for 2. Seeing some good fight from the Ponies. Just down by 6, 3:59 left. Being down is no stranger to the Ponies this season. We've deemed them the comeback kids. They've had many games this season that they have trailed either all of the game, the majority of the game, and then turned it on towards the end. And
the reason I'm going to have heart problems when I'm 30. Not sure what they're.
I don't know what just happened.
Stopping play here for.
They're walking over to the scorer's table. I think there's a discrepancy in the scorebook, probably compared to what we're showing on the board. I have 26, which is what the board shows.
I have 26-20.
And I have 22 for Kellyville. So my book matches the board. Morris is.
My board matches the board.
Not sure what they're complaining about. Okay, here we go. I guess they got it resolved, whatever it was. 3:55 left, 26-20. Morris with the ball. And that's going to be a backcourt. A loose pass and gets away from Kelly. Pass was from Poindexter. Goes across the court, so here comes Kate Inlow.
Their famous inbound play.
And we'll see what we can come up with here. Inlow tried to screen there for a play underneath, but they get it out to Crabtree for 3. So it still worked. A 3-point ball game. And Poindexter on the outside by himself for another 3. That gives him 4 3-pointers.
I don't know what
For this
Kellyville's
half.
calling to bring them into the paint, but they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's Crabtree with a nice defense by Enlow to hustle. Nice hustle by Enlow to get in there and keep that ball out of the possession, out of the hands of Morris, and then it goes out of bounds on Morris. So Kellyville maintained possession. Great job by Kate Enlow. There's a shot by Crabtree off the mark, and Sherry for Morris comes up with it. That was a nice block, was right by Hicks, I believe, from behind. And they're going to get Thomas for a push as he tries to rebound that ball. So Kellyville 5 team fouls. Here comes Miles in the game. 2:28 left, 29-23. Morris with the lead. Kellyville was going to start with a press, but they couldn't get set up quick enough. There's a long 3 by Poindexter. Rebound by Miles. And that thing was, he was out there.
That was almost Jade Upshaw range.
And turnover there by, I think that was Miles trying to get the ball inside. Nice defensive play by Crabtree. Knocked the ball out of Poindexter's hands, but he gets it back, passes it back out to Warner. Warner. There's a drive by Kelly for 2. So 8-point ball game, 31-23. 1:23 left. There's a 3 by Hicks, and Sherry with the easy rebound underneath. And there's a rebound by Ayers.
I was about to say, if they didn't call him for that. See, that foul's on Poindexter.
That'd be his first. That just brings Morris with just 2 team fouls. Kellyville with 5. Less than a minute to play here. And Dylan Dunn in the ball game. And Dunn tries to get it inside to Hicks. And it's going to be a jump ball. And Kellyville's going to maintain possession with the arrow. And they get it into Wiggs. And there's a 3 on top by Crabtree off the mark, and we can't come up with a rebound. So 23 seconds left. Morris has it. I would imagine their coach called 1 shot, so they're going to hold it till the end if they can. 10 seconds. And Warner with a drive in the paint, and that's good for 2. So 10-point ball game going into half. Morris 33, Kellyville 23. Walking away with halftime. Kellyville's got to find an answer for the 3-pointers from Morris. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3-pointers So 15 of just about half of their points for the game are off of three-pointers. And honestly, that really none of them have been contested all that much. So we got to find an answer for that. Kellyville with just 9 in that second quarter. So here we are, about 10-minute intermission here at halftime. I'm going to take a break, and then we'll be right back with you.
ladies and gentlemen, we're back after halftime. Terry had to go somewhere. I'm not sure where he went. But we're going to go ahead and get right back into this game. So Morris has the inbound. Right now, Warren pass to Poindexter, out to Jones. Back to Warren. Just run a little bit of time off the clock. Kellyville not pressuring or anything up top. And that's McBride in for the layup. And the foul on Thomas. And that's his second foul. I see where Terry went. Terry went down to the hospitality room, get some of that good food from Mr. Pierce.
I apologize. Lost track of time.
And McBride makes it.
So that was a 2-and-1.
Yep. And nobody guarding Crabtree until the
Poindexter on the transition there. And Wiggs is going to get fouled as he tries to go in for a shot. That's on McBride. It'll be his second. There's a floater by Crabtree, gets his own rebound. And a three by Ayers off the front of the rim. And there's a three by Poindexter, a rebound by Thomas. And a jump shot by Hicks. And nobody there for Kellyville. Moore's doing a good job blocking out, so they get the rebound. There's a drive by Warren for two. So quickly, this game's getting out of hand, 40-23.
good save by Thomas there. And they're calling, I think they're going to call that foul on Crabtree.
Yeah. It's going to be his second. Kellyville down by 17 here, 4:55 in the third. There's a nice steal by Hicks. And
good shot by Wiggs.
Two by Wiggs. Pass just out of reach, and there's another turnover. Hicks comes up with it, goes down jumper, and it's off the mark, and Sherry comes up with it for Morris. There's another steal by Hicks. That's 3 in a row by Hicks. And there's a 3 by Mosby. And Wiggs going to be fouled on the rebound, and as he puts it up, going to be fouled, I think, by Sherry. So Wiggs to the line for 2. 3:52 left here in the third. And his first one's off the mark. I believe that's going to break Wiggs' streak. I think he was 10 from 10 from the line the last couple of games. And he does get his second one to fall. So 40-26. Kellyville closing the gap a little bit. They need Hicks with three steals in a row. Allows Kellyville to close that 17-point lead down to 14. So 40-26, 3:39. The Eagles call a timeout. Try to regroup here. Kellyville's had a nice little run here the last minute and a half or so. Morris turned the ball over 3 times. We unfortunately weren't able to capitalize all 3 times and get points ourselves, but that's what it's going to take. We got to keep causing these turnovers and getting as many shots on goal as we possibly can to close this 14-point gap. Plenty of time left, though. And in Kellyville style, I don't see the boys giving up, so that's good. They're going to keep fighting all the way to the end. That's something that Coach Heath said the other night at the banquet, was that they promised they were going to fight all the way to the end. Nice rebound by Wiggs. And he's going to be fouled by Jones. And that's just going to be his first. Morris with 3 team fouls, Kellyville with 2 at the 3:16 mark here. And there's going to be another foul by Sherry. That's going to be his second, as Miles comes up with that rebound there off the 3-point attempt by Mosby. It's a good hustle on Miles' part. Get underneath there. Miles is, I can't wait. I'm excited to see Miles grow. He's a freshman this year. He's gotten quite a bit of play time this year as a freshman. And I can't wait to see him grow, and he'll learn the game as we go on, and he's just gonna get better. Yeah, he walked. So 2:51. So again, Kellyville causing the turnovers. We just haven't been able to capitalize as much as we would like, but we are still causing turnovers, so that's good. And there's a foul on number 3, Poindexter, and that's going to be his second. So quickly, Morris jumps up to 5 team fouls with 2:40 left here in the third. Kellyville trying to get the inside look, and there's a shot outside by Wiggs, and that's good for 2. Kellyville closes it to a 12-point ball game here. Kellyville almost got another turnover there. Ball was loose on the ground, but Morse was able to come up with it. McBride was able to grab it and off balance throw it across the court to a teammate. There's a nice block by Wiggs. So Kellyville forces another turnover and a 3 by Hicks. But that's off the mark, and Poindexter there for Morris to get the rebound. So 1:35 left, 40-28, and there's a 3 off the mark by Jones, and Miles comes up with the rebound. Jacob, I'd say, basketball is 4 quarters, and a lot of coaches say win the quarter. Kellyville has definitely won this quarter, not necessarily by points. We'll see that here in a minute, but they've definitely won this quarter as far as turnovers and possession, defensive stops. So that's the way to get back in this ball game. Even though they're still down by 12, they continue this in the 4th quarter. This is going to come down to a tight finish. There's another block by Wiggs. But it does go out of bounds, so Morse going to maintain possession. But that's a nice block there by Wiggs. And Dunn's going to come in for Miles. .33 seconds left here in the 3rd period. Morse seems like they're holding the ball for a last-second shot, and there's a turnover stolen by Norris, and he goes in for the layup, and it's off the mark. And in transition, they get it back down to Jones for 2. So and Hicks with a 3-pointer right at the buzzer, and it's off the mark. 42-28. Man, that was, we didn't see a lot of scoring there in the 3rd quarter by Kellyville, but I was impressed with their defense there in the 3rd quarter. They held Morris to just 9 points in the 3rd quarter. Kellyville, unfortunately, we were only able to score, looks like 5. But we had ample opportunities, and that's what we got to keep doing. We couldn't find the net. We just got to keep giving ourselves those opportunities, and to keep Morris down to 9 is phenomenal. So we can duplicate our play in the 3rd quarter as far as defense here in the 4th, and improve a little bit on offense, putting points up. Then we got a chance to stay in this ball game and bring it down to a last-minute finish here. And there's a nice drive by Mosby for 2, and he's going to get the foul. So he go to the line here. That's on Kelly. That's going to be his first. And Mosby makes a 3-point play. So Kellyville has closed this to an 11-point ball game. They're pressing, and Morris able to get across half court. And there's a wide open three by Jones. Again, we're leaving them wide open on their threes, giving them all day to shoot threes. That's the one thing that we really haven't adjusted on, and we got to find a way. There's a shot by Crabtree as he works the paint, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Nice shot by Wiggs. And Crabtree's the only pony underneath, and they're going to get him for a foul as he tries to knock the ball loose there from Kelly. But he gets called for the foul. That's going to be his third. There's another open three by Poindexter, and that's good. Poindexter better be careful. He little taunting there after the three-pointer. And there's a two by Warren. And Heath calls a timeout just as Hicks releases the ball, or just before Hicks releases his three-point shot. And unfortunately it goes in, but Heath had already called the timeout. So just like that, Morris able to stretch it back to a 19-point game at 50-31. With two quick three-pointers and a layup here early in the fourth. Morris already with 8 points in the quarter at 6:19, so less than 2 minutes expired, and they already got 8. Kellyville with just 3. I thought we'd done a good job maybe changing the momentum a little bit there in the third quarter, but Morris came out strong and took that momentum away so far. So let's see if Kellyville can't get it back here. There's a rebound by Wiggs. And that's going to be on McBride. That's going to be his third. And looks like Wiggs is going to go to the line for 1 and 1. Morris with 17 fouls. Kellyville with just 3. And the ball's in and out, and Kelly comes up with the rebound for Morris. So missed opportunity there to put points on the board. And Dunn gets a hand on it, knocks out of bounds. Thank goodness he did, because Jones was in the corner, standing in the corner all by himself, and would have had plenty of time to put up the 3. And I think what Kellyville's doing is they're rolling the dice, pushing out and trying to put 2 on, trying to cause a turnover. There's a rebound by Wiggs. And by doing that, they're leaving the guy open in the outside corner. It paid off for them there. They were able to get the tip. And there's a pass from Ayers trying to get into Wiggs. And Jones is able to tip it away and steal it, so. And Jones for 3.
Jeremiah Jones for 3.
And pretty much uncontested again. Kellyville still hadn't found an answer for their threes. And Hicks with a long 3. It's off the mark, and Kelly with the rebound. 4:43 left. 53-31. Morse with a comfortable lead. There's a rebound by Wiggs on a missed shot, missed putback by McBride. And Wiggs with a, they could call it jump ball or foul. No, they're going to call it foul on Dunn.
That's only Dunn's first foul.
His first foul, and Kellyville's just their 4th team foul. Another outside shot, uncontested by Jones. So Morris, and there's Norris for 3. There's Thomas with a nice rebound underneath. So 3:11 left, 56-34. Morris with 10 3-pointers on the night. So 30 of their 56 points off of 3-pointers, and Kellyville just has not found an answer for that 3-point shot. Crabtree, that's going to be his 4th. I just had him down for 3. I guess I missed one of them somewhere. So Kellyville at 5 team fouls, Morris at 7. 2:40 left. There's a nice drive by Kelly for 2. And that's going to be a foul on Poindexter. It's going to be his 3rd, and that's going to send Crabtree to the line, 1-1. So 2:11 here left in the ball game, 58-34. And Crabtree's shot's off the mark, and then Crabtree steals it, puts it back up, and it's good. There's a rebound by Thomas. And a shot by Wiggs is way short, and Warner comes up with the rebound. And there's a shot by number 41, Powell, for 2. He was just inside the three-point mark. So 1:15 left, and Morris is going to pull out their starters and close the game here with 60-36. Again, Kellyville just no answer for their three-point shot, and that's what allowed the three-point shots. What allowed Morris to get ahead and create a gap that allowed them to play pretty comfortable and take some risk. And there's a nice jumper by Thomas in the paint for 2. And the ball's rolling all over the floor. It's a wrestling match down there. And they're going to call jump ball. And it's going to go to Morris with the possession arrow. So unfortunately, Kellyville just not having a good showing here in regionals. Thomas is going in for the layup, loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds. Down by 22. Again, both these teams, the previous 2 matches, one was 5-point difference, the other was 7. The 7-point difference was in overtime, so the score really doesn't reflect that game. It's because I'm sure that at the end it was free throws that were caused a 7-point gap.
Well, in the whole grand scheme of things, Kellyville has no losses here, only gains. And that sounds like something bad as they're losing this game right now and only 16.9 seconds remaining in the 4th. But if you look, next year they don't lose anybody on their team. They only gain freshmen. I'm not sure how many freshmen they'll gain, but they only gain freshmen. So in the grand scheme of things, Kellyville really has only gains in this situation.
Well, and that, they're going to end up at 12-11 on the season.
What a shot by
Norris for 3 right at the end. And that makes it a 19-point ball game, so at least they broke that 20-point mark. And what a way Norris to finish there with a three-pointer. But, so Kellyville's going to end the season at 12-11 record, so basically right at 50%. At the beginning of the season, everybody in the 3A was calling this a rebuilding season for Kellyville, and I guess I guess technically it really was, but I really don't think anybody had expectations of Kellyville to have a winning season. And at 12-11, that's a winning season. So, obviously you want it to be better than that, but I think next year, talking about some of the freshmen, Miles, Norris, those guys are just going to get better. They've grown a lot this year. Miles, when they first put him on the court at the beginning, boy, it was like Tasmanian devil. He was running all over the place, getting fouls, and towards the end, he's learned to control his fouls, but he's still playing like Tasmanian devil. So I look forward to next year, and I'm excited about their chances. Guys, you can join us back here tonight at 6:30. The Lady Ponies will be taking on Morris as well, and in hopes to move on. The winner will move on to Saturday night for the chance of regional champs. So we'll see you at 6:30 tonight. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Have a great rest of your day.